Hey everybody, this is Joby, and today I wanted to talk about my Stamplar. He's finally leveled up. If we look, he is champion point 1153. That means that I'm level 50 and then all my champion points are activated. I'm wearing the armor that I've been saving and transmuting. He looks rather monstrous. You notice I'm wearing the Troll King. Also have Barlog. I'm thinking about maybe changing that out. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But right now I'm going to wear Troll King. I had some friends suggest I wear Troll King. It is part of the build. Like I said, this build is Outcast. It's called Stamina Templar Abyss build. It's not mine. I didn't think anything about it for myself. If I changed to Barlog, that's the only thing that would be, my idea or whatever. But a lot of people were saying stick with Troll King because, in PvP you want to be balanced. It's not just if you just only have weapon damage and you're just crazy powerful, but you don't have any health recovery or you're not able to take a whooping. It's not going to be good. Survivability is all part of it. You might not do as much weapon damage, but you'll be alive. So this is the Troll King, and then I'm wearing 7th Legion and Warrior's Fury. Okay, the swords are from Black Rose Prison, and I'll show you what they can do. Let's go. Oh, when you do Blade Cloak, you can run faster and you take less damage. Like 30% less damage. So it's crazy. Okay, so let's just take a look at my armor. Seventh Legion's Battle Axe. I put Nirnhoned on there. And then the Black Rose Mace. And that is Blade Cloak. Grants you major protection for 3 seconds, reducing your damage taken by 30%. And then this is crazy. Adds 4% healing done, and when you heal yourself or an ally, if you're still below 50% health, health recovery is increased by 1,494 for 10 seconds. So you'll definitely be able to run away. And the Fury is style. The motif of that is Abba's watch. So I'll leave that on there. Everything's in pen. When you take weapon damage, your weapon damage is increased by 29 for 5 seconds, stacking up to 20 times. And it can occur once every half second. Upon reaching 20 stacks, the duration is doubled, but can no longer be refreshed. And don't worry, because I'll definitely be taking damage. Now this is what's really cool. If you look here, so I'm only front barring the 7th Legion. And oh no wonder. What? Oh, that's because I'm on my yeah. Sorry. Okay, so if we go here. The 5th, when you cast an ability that increases your weapons or spell resistance, you gain 341 weapon damage and 341 health recovery. Now watch this. So I'm here, take it out, and then hit this. Look at that cool animation. Oh, it's like I'm on fire. Very cool. Okay, and that'll last for 10 seconds. I'll wait until it's gone, and then I'll show you the difference. We can go in here and look at character. So my stamina is 32,679. Stamina recovery, not really that good, but health recovery is pretty good. And then 20,000 health and 15,000 magicka. My weapon damage is 2476, which is alright, and the weapon critical 30%, which is pretty good. Physical spell resistance 16 and 14,000. Here's what I'm gonna do. Watch the weapon damage. Hit this. Hit this. So I'm 3,376. My weapon crit 30, and then I'm 23,000 and 22,000 physical resistance, respectively. Okay. So it's pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna wear the Troll King like that. I will probably hide my helm and just be this dude with the red armor, which I think looks pretty good. Now, there's something I wanted to show everybody. This is like a a little tip. I had to do this morning. If you find your game is lagging out and you're DCing a lot, try this, okay, which is you press the home button. You'll go down to Elder Scrolls and you press the start button. It's going to say manage game and add-ons, and just press that, okay? And then you're going to want to go down to saved data, and then you go over to delete all, press it and delete it. I already did it this morning, so I don't really need to, okay? Now, apparently, because everything is saved server side, so when you delete that data, it's not going to do anything to your account. But apparently what happens is that this data will be saved up for a long time, and then it will conflict with the new patches that come in. That happened to me. The way I found out about this was one day I got up and I was trying to start my game, and the game would not start. And I was like, oh no, what's going on? So I just kept searching the forums, and finally I found out somebody said that there's maybe a conflict with the save data. And then they had a discussion about how to delete it, and I did it, and guess what? Fixed it. So it was like no problem. So you might want to try that, because especially after a patch, when they do maintenance, and then when you're gonna come into the game, before you do, just delete it. I don't know what will happen if you delete it while you're in the game like this. I have no idea. Probably don't do that. But anyway, that's something that's really good. I think it works very well. Now, another thing I want to talk about is I hear from people that say, oh, we're going to have to reinstall the game, but that's okay because it's going to be better and hopefully everything's going to work out. And I think I'm a really positive person, but I'm also a realist. And what I would say is don't count on it. Because this pretty much Cinemax and Bethesda's, it's just the way they roll. They say, oh, we're going to fix this and it's, going to be better and don't worry and we're trying right now, and then nothing ever happens. Either that or it just gets worse. And the best answer is to just like the game for what it is, accept the fact that you DC and that you crash and that you have lag and stuff like that, and then just play. And if you can't tolerate it, then just quit, because they're just throwing up the biscuit, and then pulling it back. And I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or if they're just there's really no way to do it. It's kind of like, to me, I'm no computer or video game console expert, but if you look around at all the other games, none of them have like a gigantic server where everybody plays on it. They always have split servers in different areas and stuff. And this is like the, oh, welcome to the mega server. And it's kind of like, well, maybe that's why nobody ever did that, is because the technology's not there to make it run properly. And it's just like when people talk about, oh, we need to have solar power and get rid of cars. And, if you listen to people that know about batteries and stuff, they say we're almost to the limit of what batteries can do, what battery technology, like lithium batteries, how much they can hold and what they can do. And it's not sexy, but that's what solar power relies on. Is, yeah, you can have a lot of power, but if you can't store it, then what are you going to do when there's no sun? What are you going to do in the night, or what are you going to do in the winter? And, even in California or Las Vegas, where there's perpetual sunshine, you still have to be able to store the energy. It doesn't go straight from the solar panel into your coffee maker. You have to have it go from the battery, and then, that powers the generator or whatever. And I think this is pretty much the same thing. I think, Outcast, on one of his videos where he was talking about the PTS, which is public testing server. It's only for PC and Mac, and anybody can do it. If you play on PC or play on Mac, you can go into the PTS and start a character, but you know, it'll be deleted. So any of the progress that you made, it's just for testing. But he was talking about like all the stuff that they were doing, and you know, he was saying, and look at all this stuff on the Crown Store, and then look at all this stuff in the balancing. And he said it seems like they probably have 2 people working on balancing and like 20 people working on Crown Store. You know, which makes sense. I mean, that's why the game is popular. That's why they continue on, is because they can sell things, microtransactions, and they can make money. If they can't make money and there's not new players coming in, then there's not going to be a game. You know, not like this, because servers and maintenance and all that kind of stuff and technicians, that's very expensive. So you have to have, you know, people, oh, there's so many new players, it's crowded. Well, it's an MMO. That does mean massively multiplier, you know, and open world, MMOP, right? Massively multiplayer, open world, something. I know there's massively in there, and I know it's multiplayer. So that's what it's about. I mean, if you're don't really like other people in a game, I think you're playing the wrong game. But I just want people to know, especially some of the new people, like they're, you know, you got your hopes up that you think after we reinstall the game that it's just going to be like, it's going to run like single player, you know, Halo or something like that. And it's not. I mean, I can just tell you straight up, it's not. There's still going to be lag, and there's still going to be DCs and all that kind of stuff. It might like marginally be fixed, but look at when they were talking about area of effect, and they were saying, oh, well, we fixed it on the global level where da-da-da-da. And it was worse. It was like DC and worse. They did emergency maintenance like 2 days later after they fixed all that stuff. So, I don't know. To me, ZOS is pretty much, you know, fix one thing, break 2. And usually the thing they break, the 2 things they break is like something that you liked. I know that sounds really negative, but I think it's more realism than anything. And, you know, if you get your foot cut off, and then I say, oh no, your foot's cut off, and say, don't be so negative, bro. Okay. Okay, so that's the thing about the server, and I'll stop talking about it. About the, we're going to delete the game and then reinstall it. It shouldn't be too big. It's probably not. It's probably only the client. All the other stuff is downloaded to your computer. Any of the patches and stuff. And the other stuff is that the DLCs are all server side. You know, you don't keep that on your computer, because if you purchase a DLC, it's just like instant. It's already in the game. It's just locked behind a paywall. Once you pay for it, it opens up. Okay, so I'm going to be doing some PvP on this guy, and I'll make some videos about it. If you have any questions about this character, let me know. I'm going to go test him out right now, in fact, in Cyrodiil, and see how it goes. Hopefully, I will be able to run away as fast as possible. Well, that's it for me for today. If you enjoyed the content, give me a like and a subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section about what you think and what you'd like to see. Oh, there's one more thing I'd like to say, and Chris Ben, friend of the channel, he's actually been here since like day 3, I think, watching the videos. And Chris had said that he wanted me to make videos. He had a request that he wanted me to make videos about things that are not obvious in the game. And he had given an example of the Dark Brotherhood, and that he didn't know that the shadowy supplier, when you put a point into the passive, was actually a person that you could go to every single day and get something from. Okay. Now, when you say things that are not obvious, that is definitely subjective. Because to me, if you look in the Dark Brotherhood skill line, this guy doesn't have it. But if you look in there, it says you can have an item from a shadowy supplier every day, and you can go to the Thieves' Den or any of the outlaw refuges. So to me, it was obvious. If it wasn't obvious to you, like I said, that's just subjective. I know you read a lot of quests, you go around, and then you get like weary, you know, and you maybe read something You come back later, you read it again, you're like, I didn't even see that the first time. Because this is a really heavy reading-based game. And sometimes you just feel annoyed. You just, okay, shut up. And you just don't want to read it. Or you don't like exactly read it very carefully. So then later somebody tells you, oh yeah, I'm going to the shadowy supplier to get the thing. Or, oh, I'm going over here to do the deal. And you're like, what? And then you go back and read it again. And you're like, oh, how could I have missed that? Happens to everybody. So when I first played this game, I would just press A as fast as I could through all the dialogue. Because I didn't really want to read it. You know, now I'm a lot more careful. I read about what people are saying and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just like when I went to the arts and crafts store, and I always ask this guy, like, do you have this and this? Usually it's stuff from America, from the U.S. And then one day he got really mad, and he told me, he said, oh, sir, why do you always ask me for things that I don't have? And me being a total smartass, loving conflict like that, I told him, I said, oh, well, could you please just write down everything that you do have and give it to me in a list? And then, like, he was really angry about that. So, not really welcome in his store anymore, but that's okay, because he is an idiot. So, that's the thing, you know, like, you can't think about what you don't have, and you can never do things that aren't obvious. Because you need somebody else. Something that's not obvious is either later you figured it out, or it's somebody else saying that that's obvious. So for me, a lot of the videos that I show you maybe are things that you'll feel, oh wow, that's not very obvious, thanks for showing me, or whatever. But you know, like, there was a guy that just came back to the game, and then I did the transmute station video yesterday, and he was like, oh, there's transmuting in the game now, and he didn't know because there's nobody talking about it. To all of us, transmuting is just very normal, but to him, he's been gone, so he didn't even know. So definitely not obvious. So anyway, Chris, if you got like any other ideas, I'd love to hear it, but it's kind of hard to make a video like that about, you know, make videos about things that aren't obvious. So anyway, give me a like and a subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. And until that time, let's get paid.